Y'all know what it is. The Elimination Chamber is over. I hope you got a chance to peep all of the theatrics on tonight's event, the Elimination Chamber. But we got a show to talk about. Y'all know who it is. The guy to my left or my right, depending on how you watching the screen. That's your favorite wrestler's favorite podcaster. If you think your favorite wrestler is famous and ain't got a picture with Gamage, they ain't as famous as you think he is. And y'all know who I am. Y'all know who I be. The undisputed podcast champion of the world. That's King HP. As always. Yo, it's over. The road to WrestleMania is here. What we talking about, Gamash? How you feel about the show? Where we starting off with? OMG. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes I be really thinking I'm a prophet. Sometimes. It's no way I called everything to a T the way I did.
Talk about it. You know what Trick really said? Let's talk about it.
I want to get the most. I want to get the most obvious match out the way, and that's Punk and Finn Balor. I want to get that out the way.
Okay, let's talk about Finn. What we got to say about Finn tonight? He had the World Heavyweight Championship match with CM Punk. What we talking about?
I feel bad for anyone who actually thought Finn was gonna win this. Well, for what it was the match was good. But I do think towards how it ended, Finn might I think it might have ended with Finn being a babyface. But we'll have to see what happens on Raw.
Yeah, I think for in order for Finn to go full face, he's got to shed the Judgment Day, which sets him up for a good WrestleMania. If you didn't know, Finn Balor tonight was defeated by CM Punk in that World Heavyweight Championship match. Roman Reigns had a lot to say via Twitter. Roman Reigns had some things to say. Talk about not sure who looked more tired, the crowd or the champion. Enjoy your final month of relevancy.
Oh, Roman said that?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I think this is a good road for Finn. One, it gets your champion active. It keeps the allure of CM Punk going. You know, he said he's a fighting champion here in Chicago. You got to sell it. But now Finn's got a decision to make going back to Judgment Day. Booking this, I don't know if JD is worth the money to do at Mania. I think I go with him and Dom. But if I do go with him and JD, there's a story there to tell. I just don't know if that's what I want to go into Mania with. But I think it's possible that you could do JD and Finn or JD versus Dom. Where's your money at, Gamage? What are we putting our money on?
My fault. This dude Nick, all this is going off.
So where are we putting your money, Gamage?
My fault. I think Nick's about to make an announcement right now. Say that one more time for me, man. Sorry.
So, WWE's got to shape up WrestleMania, right? You just lost with Finn Balor. Finn Balor, excellent job in the title match. You said he might look like he's a baby face going forward. My question is, what does WWE do with him?
So with Finn, here's my just to be clear to like intervene again. Nick Aldis just announced Drew versus Cody on SmackDown for the belt. And for those who missed it, we'll get into why later. But in the case of Finn, if you're gonna involve, so if you do Finn Dom at Mania, right, essentially for the IC belt, I would hope Finn wins it. But if they try to run an angle where JD's involved and he helps Dom win, you could do something with that too.
Yeah, I think my money's on Finn and Dom. I think there's money there to be made. Going back to how Dom won his first Intercontinental title, he pinned Finn Balor, right? For that title. So I think there's history there, and if you want to turn a Judgment Day, I think it's about time to break up the Judgment Day too. Just off the strength of tonight's women's match, looking how Finn Balor looked, and it's just living Dom got their own momentum with Roxanne. You know, the only one who you have to look out for the moment is JD, and I think he could go off on his own, man. I think he could, but CM Punk is on the road to WrestleMania. CM Punk is headed to WrestleMania to take on Roman Reigns in I don't know how many days, April 18th or April 19th. How are we calling that? From right now, from Gamage's standpoint, Gamage.
Yeah. What the? I'm going through the. My joint is going crazy with these live notifications. I'm sorry. Let me know one more time.
Yeah, yeah, yo. So, we on the road to WrestleMania. We have CM Punk, Roman Reigns. This is now, unless some act of God happens. Uh, what are we talking about here? What are we looking forward to? How are you calling it from today? What you saw tonight?
Here's what I'm trying to look forward to. I'm trying to look forward to Roman not having a part-time schedule up until Mania. They've been out for the whole month, and I'm just gonna be real. Roman not being there doesn't really help me that much to be that enthused for it. Yes, you gave me one great promo. You gave me that nearly 2 months ago now. So really, there should be
Mm.
no reason why he should not be attending the rest of the way.
Yeah, I think Roman definitely gets the belt for the. I do agree with you in the sense of the schedule for Roman should be packed. We shouldn't be missing Roman for a whole 3 to 4 weeks at a time. Um, However, when Roman shows up, it's big fight feel. You know, Mayweather doesn't fight on every card, right? He'll be fighting soon though. But
I'm gonna
right
say
when he
he is
fought,
now.
it was it was like here, there, and when he showed up, it was big fight feel. Even his undercards were big. Um, so I look forward to it. Roman, I mean, he made the tweet tonight, but I believe they announced his schedule somewhere. I remember seeing that a while back, and his April month was like pretty redundant.
No, it was like yeah, March was looks decent, but it's like he's gonna miss like 1 to 2 weeks before WrestleMania, and I'm like, what? Why?
Well, I'll tell you this much. They're not going to overdo Roman. They're not going to have him there every week. We know this. But what we get from Roman is going to be must see TV. They're going to use him for a ratings catapult. And leading into WrestleMania, after watching CM Punk actually might have another title match going forward. They might pull a string with him and Finn Balor saying something. They'll do it on Raw just to keep the viewership and numbers up. But I expect to see a banger at WrestleMania between CM Punk, who successfully defended his title tonight, versus Finn Balor, um, in a nice little war. Now, that being said, some more roads to WrestleMania have been paved. You want to go to the women because the women started great. The announcement that Nick Aldis just made is crazy. We could go with what Nick Aldis just said.
Yeah, I was just watching that live when he was at commentary going off because him and Drew had an argument for interfering, and then he just was like, you know what? Since you like to play games, all right, you and Cody next week on SmackDown for the belt.
Yeah, so this is going to be an insane. So the road to WrestleMania is not entirely paved yet. When you do Cody versus Drew, I expect to see Jacob Fatu show up. I think this will set the road for WrestleMania, and I think this gives us an opportunity to see Cody versus Drew for that championship, because I think we've talked about this on show. Outside of Punk and Roman, that's your next biggest match. Punk, Roman, Cody, Randy, lots to talk about, lots to be desired. Or do you think the WWE keeps their head on straight and fires on all cylinders with Drew?
I think it's gonna lead to a multi-man match because I do think they want to keep Drew champion up until Mania. That's my opinion. But if you were gonna make it a singles match, Cody and Orton makes the most sense.
I'm not gonna lie. By adding Randy's a shot. Randy's solidified. I would do one-on-one matches because the story is too big, right? If you give us Randy Drew, cool. No one's really mad. It's all good. Randy could walk out 15 times. But Cody may still interfere. It's still something unturned. Jacob may interfere. And at Mania, I don't think that's the time to do that, right? If you pull the trigger and make it a multiple man match by Cody versus Drew, Jacob interferes. It's going to, and then you say, well, at Mania, it's going to be a fatal four-way: Randy versus Jacob versus Cody versus Drew. I think that's a cheap way out because you just circumvented the chamber. You just added two guys back to the match for the title that were defeated in qualifying matches and in the chamber. And it would really, it would just take away from the whole point. Like, what did we just do this for? So I think you get a definitive winner on Friday night SmackDown. I think that you gotta just pull the trigger on that. Cody got to cost Orton at WrestleMania. Yeah, Mike. Ooh, Mike Burnhand. That'd be crazy. You pull the
It,
trigger on Cody
yeah,
beating.
the thing is with the whole thing with not Cody, with Orton and Aleister Black. I don't know if they even want to pull the plug on Cody yet. They might make Orton heel.
No, I don't think you. I think it's easier to make Cody heel. Like if you're gonna do a one-on-one, you do Cody Randy. I think that just makes the most sense. Uh, it's your biggest match, and then you can clear for Jacob versus Drew, and you can put a stipulation on it. Like I'm tired of this dude. I'm tired of this dude. That could be a number one contenders match for the winner. You know what I'm saying? And you're setting the stage at WrestleMania for post WrestleMania. Um, I think
So,
that works.
so, so here's what I think. If they do the multi-man match, I think Cody stays babyface, and I think they make Orton heel. But if they do the 1v1, then I think Cody goes heel.
Right. I hear you. If they do the multi man, I just don't. I'm be honest. I don't want to see a fatal four way because again, you drug out all these qualifying matches. If that's the case, LA Knight's gonna say, or you know what I'm saying, like story wise, it doesn't make sense. I could see it happening because you're like, hey, look, we don't have these guys can't get. We're just gonna make you all fight. But that was the purpose of the elimination chamber. You know what I'm saying? And to be truth be told, Jacob Fatu got two opportunities to get to the chamber.
That's also why I felt like he should have been in it. You honestly could have killed that if Jacob was in the match.
Uh, Touche, touche. I think I'd rather pull the trigger on Drew. Me personally, let's see how it shakes out. But I pull the trigger on Drew versus Jacob, some sort of stipulation, because Drew will drop the title on Friday due to Jacob interfering, because that's how Cody dropped the title to Drew was because of Jacob's interference. And the crowd doesn't want to boo. Yeah, the crowd. It will be very hard to turn Randy heel. You can make Randy do any heel antic, and the crowd's gonna eat it up. The people, Randy's in a state of we love Randy. You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah,
love Randy Orton.
he can do no wrong. It's going to be complicated.
Right, right. I don't even think, and I don't think the WWE can get it right. I wouldn't trust them to.
Right.
You, not that they really could do wrong, but just leave Randy as Randy. Randy will figure it out. People will cheer him. He will sell the tickets. He will make somebody look like a star. Like a star. Turn Cody heel, gives him a new edge, gives a new lease on life. Cody can come out in black trunks. You know, low key, my argument is to why I don't like the Chamber changing the format. I like titles on the line in Chamber matches. We don't have to have this conversation if the belt is on the line in a Chamber. Whoo! That's a whole nother conversation,
Well,
Philly.
yeah. I would have said this if the Elimination Chamber wasn't a themed PLE, that could have been a Mania match.
I would have loved to seen Drew go in there. Drew doesn't have to qualify; he's champion. But these men have to qualify to get a shot at Drew. You could have did that too. There's been plenty of chamber matches where that is the thing. That's why it puts a like oh snap type of mentality on the chamber. I'm not saying didn't do that this year. Randy winning, Randy was a favorite. I thought Cody was the biggest favorite, and they didn't go with that. Um, who was your MVP of the men's side of the house? Who or do you have one? Is
Either Javon Evans or Logan Paul, as much as I hate to say that.
That's okay, good brother. I agree with you. I don't want to say that, but it's one of those two guys. But tonight, there was a return. The masked man. Oh, well, a couple times. And how fortunate WWE has done this. Friday night, we got a nobody. We don't know who it was. Tonight, they get them. Once they seen the first masked man come out and start climbing this chamber, I was like, "This is about to be a second masked man." Because why is he obviously doesn't know what he's doing, and they're purposely
Yeah, because I
setting
was
that
like,
up.
why is he climbing up? There's no way to get in from the top of the cage.
Right, right. Like, but it's like I need to get caught, and caught he did, and they unveiled him, and they were like, "Who is this? Get him out of here!" And as Trick Williams is making his exit, oh, the real masked man came into the ring. Um, he takes out Logan Paul, much to the chagrin of Paul Heyman, and it's none other than Seth freaking Rollins. Are we pumped? Are we excited? Gamaj, tell me how you feeling about Seth freaking Rollins returning. Um, and now he's got to go to war with the Vision. What's left of him?
I'm more so relieved that the Masked Man thing is over more than Seth coming back.
Okay.
Because I really don't know what they're gonna do.
I think the writing's on the wall. I think you just give Seth the Mania match with Logan. I think we saw that, and I asked that a few weeks back. Did we get that already? Um, I don't think we need to do Seth with any more groups. I think Seth needs to go fly high solo for a while because we still need to wait for Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker to return because Braun Breaker initiated taking out Seth Rollins. That story, that part of the storyline is not going to be answered right now. But what is answered is Seth has a dancing partner for Mania. And he's going to be looking to get his World Heavyweight Championship back at some point because CM Punk is champion. Roman Reigns is going for that. And then if Seth can do that, Braun Breaker will be returning probably shortly thereafter. So you kind of just got some long-term stuff brewing. CM Punk and Roman Reigns are great opponents for Seth Rollins going into SummerSlam. Either or, you can't lose. You can't lose. But are you okay with Seth versus Logan Paul at Mania?
Honestly, no, I don't care for it. Because again, they've done it before. Not saying I have an issue with particular repeats at Mania because it's happened, but I just don't care for that match.
Never had a repeat.
What? There's been numerous repeat at Manias.
No, there hasn't. We've only got Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns once. We've only got Bret Hart versus Yokozuna once. Like, there's mad singles matches, bro. They've never repeated a match at Mania.
Yeah, they have Brock and Roman is one. Rock and Austin is another one. Roman and Cody is another one.
They only had one Rock in Austin.
Rock and Austin had a Mania twice, 15, 17, 19. I mean, that's three. Pardon me.
No, WWE does not repeat, bro. I tell you, I promise.
How was those? How was that not different? They fought each other.
So it's a different match if it's Brett versus Yoko, and then the next time it's Yoko versus Brett. It's different when it's Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns, and then it's Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. That's not the same match.
If you're going off of because the match type is different, then nobody should be complaining about Cody and Drew. Then, if that's what you're going by.
Bro, I'm BSing like a mug, bro. I thought you was gonna call me out to catch that when I had to make that BS about it's different when it's Brock versus Roman than when it's Roman versus Brock. Bro, I was, and when you still was like, so if by that logic, if you, I was like, wait, what?
But I'm like, I'm not debating this. That's why I was just like, if that's how you feel, I was not.
Yeah, that was trying to tell you an alley oop of the BS that WWE will try to do sometimes, where they're like, "This is the first," and we've seen this before, where you're
No,
just not
but
going
you're
to
right.
acknowledge.
But you're right. They do that though.
Yeah. They specialize in it. I'm okay with it. I think I would prefer to have Seth than not. Logan Paul's a great dance partner for him. Logan Paul puts on pretty good matches, man. I mean, I don't even like Logan Paul. Um, but I will say I would prefer Seth to be at Mania. He's a wrestler's wrestler. If you're gonna have a show of the Immortals in a show, because again, WrestleMania is about moments. So if he can create a moment at Mania, no one's gonna care that it was with Logan Paul. They're just gonna talk away. They're gonna walk away with, "Oh, Seth Rollins is back," or Logan Paul really shining. You know what I'm saying? So at least I think that they would do that. You know, and we never got Taker versus Undertaker or Taker versus we did get that match actually. SummerSlam 94. Um I was trying to say we never got a HBK versus Undertaker twice. We got a HBK versus Taker, and then next time we got a Taker versus HBK. Um Yo, you really threw me off by not calling me out when I first did it. I had to start BS, and that's crazy. Um this would have been Seth for so rumor had it the original match was supposed to be Seth versus Roman.
Yeah,
Seth got hurt first, which then started the derailment process. Um, and I'm
yeah.
okay with it. I bet
It
Brum
was supposed to be Seth Roman and Cody versus Punk. That was the original plan.
and Cody versus Punk. I'm not gonna lie. No injuries. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good mania right off the rip. To be honest with you, um, so it's amazing that how far injuries and how good the WWE is at shuffling the deck. If we end up with Punk and Roman one side of the card, and on the other side of the coin, we end up with Cody and Randy. They're some of the greatest audible callers in history. We about to talk about that, Mike. We about to talk about that because that was
Do we? I kind of don't want to, but
I don't either.
look, when
I
you
don't
asked me what
either.
was in there, I said I thought it was going to be something 2K26 related, and I kind of wish that's what it was.
Well, let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it. Um, Golly, man. WWE had a mystery box, and y'all know here tonight we're gonna open our box tonight. Not at this very second though, but we about to open this box tonight. Um, to a very lucky individual. Uh, but tonight the WWE did have the box, bro, and out pops. They open the box. They open the crate. It's a casket. If you're out, the casket opens and the monsters run out. Like you remember that show, The Monsters from the '80s, The Monsters. That's
Yeah,
all I could think of, bro. Um, I don't even know how to say his name. Don Hassan, Dan
Danhausen.
Hassan. You could have just let him premiere on SmackDown, bro. You could have just let him premiere on SmackDown. Deadbeat.
Well,
Unfortunately
uh,
I have to agree with you. I'm not gonna say it was trash, but it's very predictable, very boring writing, and the booking has been kind of um,
another
abysmal.
reason why I think they waited to do it on EC because it was in Chicago, and I know Danhausen I think is friends with Punk, so it was a better chance of him getting a pop in Chicago than anywhere else.
Bro, we talked about this on I think it was one of the Wednesday Night Wars and stuff, and we talked about it in our chat. If you wear face paint, you're not getting over in the WWE unless, right? And that unless is a big deal because the MFT is using face paint, but they're not using it as their character. You know what I'm saying? Like they're using
Yeah,
it to add to what they're. When you come out and you look like Eddie Munster in today's day and age, you could have did that with him and Mr. Iguana on AAA and got a huge pop from the crowd. Don't be surprised if we get that down the road. But at a PLE on the road to WrestleMania, he didn't debut against anybody. He just opened up, went to the ring. I could have told you before you did that, don't let that motherfucker come out here. Because if you open that box in Chicago, there's no way you I mean, are y'all can't be that out of touch, bro. And they are. I mean, that's just plain and simple. There's no I mean, I gotta put my charger in so this feed doesn't go away. Uh I'm sorry. I almost turned off the whole event. There it is, plugged in. That you could have debuted him on Raw or SmackDown, whichever show NXT for either, for
yeah.
instance.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. We don't even know what show he's gonna be on.
Yeah, like this was not this is the wrong time to debut him. Yeah, like you guys are on the road to WrestleMania and you pop out with Eddie Monster, and we supposed to be excited after you've been holding this box. We've been waiting for Jericho for months, only and you gonna give us Eddie Monster? Man, joke is on y'all, man. He's gonna be terrible in the WWE. Not because he's terrible as a wrestler, not because because you debuted him and it's looked at like I what Mojo Brooks I know you fucking lying. I know you didn't open that crate with all and then your general announcers both just walked off because they knew these dancers were gonna come out. And this dude walked all the way to the ring doing this dumb shit. I'm like, you this is the
Yeah.
gobbledygooker, bro. This is gonna go down as one of the worst WWE debuts. It don't matter what his character could have did, what his potential roof was. You lowered it by building an expectation of no. Now I all I'm gonna say is this: he is trash. I don't care how he better than Ray Phoenix. And look what they done did to Ray Phoenix. They ain't got nobody right. The only person they got getting over is Mr. Iguana. They got T-shirts for him. They put him in the Royal Rumble. You think Don Hassan, Don Hussein, Eddie Monster is gonna come out in the Royal Rumble? And people gonna be like, "Oh snap, Eddie Monster's here." No, he's gonna be somebody for Obafemi to run through, somebody for Trick Williams to make a punchline out of. Roman, they won't even dare put him. Don't even do a when you do them one cam, one shot walkthroughs. Don't even have that corny looking motherfucker in the screen when Roman Reigns walks by. He, he's worse than the Hurricane, bro. And he's
Ooh,
not bad.
worse than
But
Hurricane.
what you just
I'm just listening.
why? Who thought of this? Sometimes you gotta pull the plug just to kill. You don't that should have never let I don't want to see Unreal because it just shows how bad WWE creative and thinking is. But I do want to be the fly on the wall to hear what was thought about when his name got brought up and how do you want to bring him out? Wait till Chicago. We can get him over. With what? He's not in there making a debut against the person. He didn't come out during the chamber and cost somebody something that you go, okay, Eddie Monster's getting the boots tomorrow night on Raw or some, you know what I'm saying? No. He came out there with them dancing piglets chicks looking dumb. For what? Road Dog came up with that. That prop, man, get. What's the next topic, bro? That dude is trash. You will never hear me speak highly of this dude. He could have a 5-star match. I'll be like, yeah, Eddie Monster did it. Eddie Monster was all right tonight.
Now, can you imagine they put a match with him and Ray Phoenix, and he actually wins that?
No. Oh my God. You scared the living shit out of me. Cause I'm like, no, nigga, I know I'm solo tonight. Oh my, I was about to run. Yo, we talking about Eddie Monster enjoying my light flicked on. I'm like, oh no, I'm out. Hey, it would have. Hey.
No.
My blood pressure went up. Talking about this corny motherfucker, and then you over there turning the lights on and shit. I didn't know you was here. I thought you was supposed to leave today. Oh, okay, damn.
Hey, we can
Dog,
talk.
you was about to hear bubble guts, and I was about to be going, y'all. Y'all, hey, listen, Jack, call the police, Jacksonville, Florida. Whew. Don Hosson would have popped up in my crib, and them punk ass women would have walked down them stairwell. I'd have been out of here. I'm happy she don't watch wrestling because if she'd have did her face and makeup and came down like that, Jesus Christ. Whew. All right. That one took one out of me, y'all.
Yeah, let's talk
Eddie
about
Monster. I can't even refer to him as anything other than Eddie Monster because that's all I can think about.
I mean, let's talk about AJ
And
and
he'll never wrestle overseas in well, first of all, I hope nobody goes overseas right now.
yeah,
In Saudi,
that's
he's
also
never.
that's also in question right now. But
Yeah. Absolutely. Salute to all my troops, everybody who's armed services. You know what I'm saying. And if you are in Bahrain, you know what I'm saying, or know people in Bahrain, definitely check on your people. Um, but that was one of the issues about old boy wrestling was his tattoos and like highly visible demonic tattoos. And my man got the Satan joint.
Aleister Black.
Yeah, Aleister Black. You know, that was one of the issues they said backstage. Like, it's pretty visible. In those countries, like I know people act like everything is. No, it wasn't that liquor. It was bro. My light. I've seen the first one. I'm like, damn, did I leave that light on? And I forgot you can control certain lights from upstairs. So next thing you know, it was like, vroom. I was like, I ain't go. Hey, bro, my brain was panicked. I was about to get up and run because I thought she left for the day. She was supposed to go out with her friends, and I thought, whew, yeah, my whole joint hurt. But I do think they just killed the wrestlers' momentum just by they didn't have to do. They could have had this open the day after SmackDown, and then him come out that box and take out R-Truth.
You knew it wasn't serious when on SmackDown, all the wrestlers that surrounded that crate were all jobbers. You knew it wasn't serious. Give me one main eventer that was near that box.
The gobbledygooker shot, bro. It's done. It's done. The best countdown type of thing you've ever done was Y2J, and he came very credible. And you almost killed him on night one with The Rock saying what he had to say. Los Garza's by the box. If you would have had him take out R-Truth or something, or he took out a wrestler or cost somebody their chamber opportunity, or a match, he interfered and like cost Finn Balor, and you're like, yo, if you could have made a use for him, that would have worked probably better than just what you Eddie Monster running loose to the ring with a bunch of weirdo chicks. Two, caskets are clearly associated to the Undertaker.
Right.
Like it's very hard to get over that. Even when Stone Cold went and did the skulls, he asked Undertaker uh
Oh yeah, if he could use that.
if he could use the skull. Like,
Yeah.
so I from a fan standpoint, when I saw the thing, I was like, that'd be dope if they would have did an introduction from that, and Undertaker would have opened it up, and it would have been like, "Our truth, you've been called to go to the Hall of Fame." You know what I'm saying? Like it's and under, but the thing about our truth, he done made that shit a joke somehow. But go ahead and put him in there. I mean, there's people who've done less, and it would have made the box look kind of dope. That but Eddie Monster coming out was corny.
Mm.
It's top tier corny, and that was bad. But Seth Rollins returned. Uh, Randy Orton's headed to the chamber.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
headed to
speaking
the
of the men's
chamber.
chamber, I did want to speak on this real quick.
Yes, sir. Go
Did
ahead.
you catch the botch that LA Knight did?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you know how he tries to go on that top rope doing that elbow drop
When he slipped,
and he split. Yeah,
yeah, I forgot about that. You're right. I did.
I,
I
I know.
did catch
I
that, and I
know.
was
I know. Paul gonna say something about that backstage.
because the Eddie Monster thing took me out. Yeah, Trey, that mystery box was it kind of took the sales up out of me. I'm very happy that was you because I'm still tripping. Like, I really thought, what I'm saying, somebody had broke in or something, and I'm like, damn, what did I do? I mean, whew, my heart is still kind of like coming down. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Alexa had a botch too. Yeah, we gotta get into that women's match, and
Hmm.
I gotta say it. I gotta say it. When these things happen, I gotta do my thing. I gotta say it. And new, there was a new champion crowned tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Becky
Yes, there
Lynch
was.
took on AJ Lee. I'm sitting now. AJ Lee, and I'm a little shocked here. They went with AJ.
Oh, you were shocked by that?
Not shocked, like, oh, I can't believe it. But you're dragging this thing out.
It.
You gave the opportunity to do Becky versus AJ at Mania because that'll be a rubber match because the intergender match, AJ got the W over her
Hmm.
with her husband. Now you have this elimination chamber, the Intercontinental. Um, I mean, I wouldn't have pulled the trigger on it. I would have had some interference, maybe Maxine Dupree coming out, and this is why. But now you're going into Mania with AJ Lee. I can't imagine AJ not being on Mania. She's still one of your most popular women on roster.
Yeah. For all we know, they probably gave her the win because they were in Chicago. She wasn't gonna lose there.
I mean, that's cool, but she's from Jersey. She's from Union City. I know exactly where that is. It's like 15 minutes from me. I
Yeah,
could
but
take
you
the
know
15
they
bus
treat
to
her
get.
like a native because she stayed with her husband out there. But I also think that's a potential multi-woman match that could lead to a fatal four with her, Becky, Natty, and Maxine. Because
That would
those are
be
the main women involved in the belt for the belt picture.
that would be very good because I do think AJ is not quite in wrestling her best wrestling performances. She's not doing it.
I mean,
Two, I think the game has changed from when she was a wrestler. I think Becky Lynch has gotten. I don't know if it's always been this way. I have to go back and watch some of her peak stuff, but I think she's gotten worse. Like I don't. I just watch her and it feels like I don't know. I'm not saying she's bad. I'm not saying she's bad. But this is the level of greatness she was at. You know what I'm saying? She did have a
right.
level. You know what I'm saying? But she's not there now.
That I
Um.
agree with.
And so
I'll give AJ Lee a little leeway only because as far as a solo singles match, that was her first
right.
singles match.
right.
in
In
over a
10
decade.
years.
Yeah,
Shit, she only had 2 matches in 10 years because she had WrestlePalooza.
yeah,
I know they're like, well, she worked with her husband and stuff. They do work, but sparring and working in the boxing gym and not is not the same as having a bout. Your nerves are different.
yeah,
Real time speed is different. It ain't. I mean, and anything and one thing about WWE, it's live. We remember what's my name? Valkyrie.
yeah. Valkyrie.
She was having all type of botches with Becky Lynch in their match. Everything that could go wrong went wrong. And was it the
Oh,
WrestlePalooza? Nah, they didn't
no, that was
battle at WrestlePalooza.
SummerSlam. Was it SummerSlam?
SummerSlam. Yeah, it was SummerSlam because I was
Yeah,
there.
that one was bad.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Everything that could go wrong went wrong. And so
Yeah,
and then you got to be able to adjust on the fly, Lyra, Vaca, yeah. So I do think by adding other women to that match can definitely heighten it. And
yeah.
you
That's what
okay.
I think the direction should be. That would make sense.
Yeah, and then you don't have to worry about people gassing. I'm not saying the women were gassed tonight, but I
Right.
am gonna say that you can give us 25 minutes and there's a lot to unpack there. It gives Natty a big moment. Maxine Dupree has been now put onto the big stage with some of the biggest names in the history of women's wrestling, to be honest. And there's a title on the line for it.
Yeah,
So I think that would be good if you did it. And it's not the same match we're getting. Okay, here's Becky and here's AJ. We're going through this again.
yeah,
Um, I, yeah, I think that'd be a great direction for him to go. And who would win that? WWE could pull the names out the hat. There's a legit winner in all of them. Natty getting her first run with the IC belt and seeing what she can do with it. You just formed her character. Maxine Dupree becoming a 2-time Intercontinental Champion. Becky becoming is she already a 2-time, ain't she?
yeah. This would be three.
Yeah, so she'd be for the first 3-time Intercontinental Champion. You know what I'm saying? So there's some things, or AJ just defending it and keeping it. There's money in all of it to
Yeah,
me. So I can see that. I can see that. But let's be clear tonight. AJ Lee and new WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion is AJ Lee. AJ versus Roxanne will cook. That's that Randy Orton versus Cody type of match. That give it to me at
yeah.
SummerSlam.
Maybe
Pay it
maybe
off.
SummerSlam, yeah, because Roxanne is out right now.
Right. And Roxanne, she had like a cyst or something in her back or
Yes,
a
something like that.
benign, yeah, like a benign growth or something. You got to always get because it can always be cancerous and stuff. So you got to check that stuff out. Um, so salute to her. But she took pictures with AJ as a kid, looking up to AJ, wanting to be like AJ. So
Yeah,
um you get to really, really unpack some stuff there and give us a story that you can pay off at a big event with a title on the line. Money.
yeah.
Money, 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 money. Um, but speaking of money, and speaking of all these women, there was a women's chamber match tonight. Were you happy? Did the right woman win?
Yes,
Yes. Okay,
yes.
so for those that don't know what we're talking about, if you're just tuning in later, you need to get a chance to see it. There's your spoiler warning, right? Um, Rhea Ripley wins the 2026 Women's Elimination Chamber, defeating Tiffany Stratton in the final two. Thought it was the wrong winner. Thought it was the wrong winner. Um, and I don't know why. Rhea was the safest choice. I just see Uzziah. Um, Rhea was the safest choice. I agree. I wanted
You,
Raquel to win. That because Jade is a powerhouse. I mean, Rhea's a powerhouse too, though, but she's not marketed the same way that Jade and Raquel are. I think Raquel has done a tremendous job with her in-ring work. I think the way they call her matches has been very good. Very, it still needs improvement. I would talk about her like Big Daddy Cool, like she's very dominant. They need her to get some more wins, but the way she pinned Asuka and who she double pinned two people tonight, and Kiana James.
Yeah, Raquel. I'll say this: Raquel was my MVP of the match. She looked strong,
Yeah, she did.
and I'll
Yeah, she
and
big
I'll
mama.
even say
Ooh,
this: I actually felt bad when she got eliminated. Because even though I'm
I
watching
did
some, like I
too.
know, because even I'm like I know she's not winning it, and she got pinned. I was like, damn, I kind of wish she wouldn't get eliminated.
I almost wish she was in the finals versus Tiffany, because Rhea's the highest rated wrestler in WWE 2K. Yeah, I seen that. 96 overall. Rhea Hogan, y'all. Rhea Hogan. Um, Again, she was a safe bet. Her and Jade. You're gonna sell tickets with that match, for no doubt. You're gonna sell some tickets. They're both very popular women's wrestlers. So I'm not gonna say it's a bad booking decision, Triple H. No, we're not doing. At least I'm not. But I low key did want to see Raquel do it. And then you have a new Judgment Day story of two women from the Judgment Day are going on to face two different champions at
See that?
WrestleMania.
So I'm gonna say why I didn't think the other women were gonna win it. I'm gonna like side Rhea for a bit. Kiana James and Asuka. Respectfully, when I say this, self-explanatory.
Mm.
Respectfully, Tiffany
See you,
Stratton.
STD.
Tiffany Stratton was another safe option, but the thing is, you've given us her and Jade numerous times last year.
Yeah,
We were
we
not
did.
going to get that again. Alexa Bliss to me was an X factor because if you had her win, I could have seen Charlotte Flair being inserted. That could have been a triple threat situation. Problem with that is also fans would have complained about Charlotte being inserted in another main event nobody asked for or she had no business in. You risk that.
Okay.
And with Raquel, yes, she's gotten better. I don't think she's a bad wrestler. Well, from one, as the names Raquel versus Jade Mania. I'm sorry that doesn't speak to me. The other thing is who's calling the shots in the match, who's got to carry the match, and
That
as a
part.
worker, as far as who has the best name and is the best worker that can versatile, Rhea's the best one. Am I expecting a 5-star classic from Rhea to give Jade? No. But on paper, they need something from Mania. It's bad for them right now. So you've
Damage,
given
you
her
make
a
a lot of
name.
sense.
So you give her a name that works for her, and on top of that, you give the fans something different. We never got Rhea and Jade yet, and we're getting that at Mania. That's a big name. That is a big match.
It is a big match. You're right. You're right. I ain't got nothing to say. Um,
But again, shout out to
when you,
Raquel. Like she looked really dominant in that match. She is my MVP of that match.
yeah, I think you bring up valid points. At the end of the day, we can talk wrestling, but you got to sell them tickets, and we got to have a match where a woman who has some experience can call it, and um, you know, Rhea made the most sense. Rhea made the most sense. So you're right. I don't disagree with you. I don't think it's a bad booking decision either. Um, I do see, and I think I saw a comment in here. It might have went to Vinny. Raquel may cost Liv a chance at that, her
I can see
opportunity,
that. I can see that.
and that could be how the Judgment Day gets their thing still going. Rhea versus Jade. How are you calling
See that I do not know.
it?
Get, I will get back to you close to the end of this month, going into March. I will get back to you.
Okay. Okay.
Now the thing is, if I say Jade retains as of right now, the only reason I say that is because if Rhea wins, that puts her on SmackDown. I don't think Netflix is giving Rhea up.
Ooh. Oh.
That's the
Oh.
only reason why I'm saying Jade for now. Something can change. But when you really think about it, if I'm Netflix, I'm giving you all these billions of dollars. No, you keeping her on this show.
would look weird for her to be on. Yeah, that's see. You just did the X factor right there. The thing we got to think about. She's a raw person,
Yeah.
and they're not giving up Rio.
And then the
And
only
I'm
thing that made me think Rhea may not win was what do you do with Io for going into Mania? Because you got to have Io in Mania. But right now, Io doesn't have nothing other than supposedly going against Julia. I don't know if they put that in the match in Mania because they have T. Because remember, Io was supposed to face Julia on SmackDown. They
mhm.
swapped it last minute, made it Rhea. Rumor is the reason they did that is because they never faced each other one on one ever. So they want to make it a bigger theme. Do that for the women's US belt. Display it on a PLE like we've been talking about. That's your opportunity.
um, I think that would work. That would really work. Um, on a grand scale, I think the match would be pretty good. I also think with Io Sky, there's still unresolved things with her and Asuka and Kyrie Sane. And that could be where they go with it too. So WWE is in a good position when you have options. And you can say, let's see what let's do you want to go US title with EO? To me, I don't. I want to bring up some of the mid-tier women. Chelsea Greens, uh Mission, BFAB even. I don't
Yeah,
know if Mania is the time to do it. I don't think so. Mania is be your biggest and your brightest. I'm sorry if people don't. But you got to showcase. You got 12 other months or 12 other, 13 or 14 other PLEs because it's not just one a month. You still have the Saturday night main events and stuff. Um, you still have all those other PLEs that you could do that. Mania, you got to give me something big, but a big payoff. A year's worth of storytelling, 2 years worth of storytelling. Or like as Gamache says, I can do a match for the first time that's never been done, and both people are known around the world. I can put a title on it and make it feel that much bigger.
right. And the other thing to also consider outside of getting people interested, at least go to see Mania live. Can you imagine the international look that would get? Julia and Io in a match.
Oh yeah, for certain,
So
for certain. Doing numbers, doing numbers. And last year, fifth straight Mania with Rhea getting her world title match. I see you, Vinny. Bianca called it out last year. Like she do to get here. She didn't win the Rumble. She didn't win the Chamber. So yeah.
wait,
Rhea's a
she made
safe
wait
bet,
she
but
she had 5 matches for the belt at Mania, like in a row.
let me pull up the
Because I
card for
only
Mania.
remember 39, 40, and one last year 41. So then this year 42. That would be four. So she had one on 38.
She probably did. It's probably versus like. Do we ever get Rhea versus Charlotte?
Yeah, we did. That was 39. That's when she won the belt. Mania 40, she went in as champion and retained. 41 was the triple threat with her, Oscar, not Oscar, her, Io, Bianca.
Am I in my text message? God damn it! I put that in my text messages. Rhea. I was supposed to put that in Google. I'm like, why is it not pulling that up? That's crazy.
Yeah,
Um,
check if she had one in 38.
let me see. All right. Her key matches include, yep, Flair 39. That okay? That's not. That can't be right. It says 37. She defeated Asuka to win the Raw warrant. 36. She lost the NXT Championship to Charlotte. Oh, she was in tag in 38. So she wasn't in five straight, but she's been in
So for the tag,
20,
oh wait,
21, 23, 25,
I think that
26.
was the year Sasha Banks and Naomi beat them to be the vacant tag champions, and then they gave it up the next week.
Mm.
Okay.
It's not bad though. I mean,
Yeah, I don't
she
think that's
is the Rhea
bad.
Hogan. I mean, in fairness to her, she's selling. They like her, they love her. Um, and they
And she's
built. I mean, they
and she's
built
over.
her up. She's over. Yeah, like
Yeah.
this is
And
what you're supposed to do with your over people. I don't like it all the time, but
yeah.
I
And to
mean, when it's Roman Reigns, I'm not complaining, so I shouldn't be complaining on this side. I'm just not a Rhea Ripley fan like that. But
to
to
see me,
be honest,
I'm a Rhea fan, but I understand both spectrums.
yeah,
But it's all
do what's gonna bring you that bread, bro.
yeah. And it's something else I think people still don't consider about Rhea being this over because we always talk about they don't highlight newer and younger talent. Rhea is still under 30 years old.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing too. Rhea still has time
Yeah, because think about
to.
it. Io, I think is either close to mid 30s. Bianca, she's reaching late 30s right now.
Yeah, they've been riding with Rhea. Rhea was young, and she's been, you know. So this is what you want on the men's side. These guys pushing 29, Dom, Braun. You know what I mean? You're trying to get them to where she's at.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, this is what they wanted. But salute to her. She's the winner. So let's go back over the card a little bit. You got Rhea Ripley walking down into WrestleMania to go against Jade Cargill as she won the 2026 Women's Elimination Chamber. Uh, Next up, we had the nigga.
Oh yeah,
What was next?
after the
This
women's
match?
match was AJ Lee and Becky Lynch.
Becky. Yep. And with that one,
Yeah.
a new Intercontinental Champion, women's side of the house, AJ Lee. She came out and took
Yeah.
the title off Becky. Nice salute. We had the men's World Heavyweight Championship and tonight CM Punk. His intro.
He brought back that Chicago Bulls.
Yo, they did that Chicago Bulls music. I
Yeah.
kind of wish you would have actually came out a little bit, then did the sit down, then they would have went into it. But
Yeah, that's what I
hey,
thought he would have
you
done,
gave it
but
to us. Fire. Dun, 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 dun. That old Chicago Bull when Mike used to
yeah.
hey, when WWE gets it right, they do a lot. So I like to give them their kudos too, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we're all wrestling fans, and when they get things right, thank God. I don't know, did y'all hear any hand claps just now? Let me know in the comments. Like, did you hear it? I'm gonna play it again.
I know on my end I didn't hear it. Oh,
Um,
I do want to highlight my favorite part of the night.
was the intro?
That is close, but no, my favorite part of
Hmm.
the night was seeing Trick, Javon, and Cody jump Logan Paul as soon as he got out the pod.
Hey, did they all get together and discuss their ring gear tonight? All them gold wearing people, you know what I'm saying? Raheem was even wearing gold. I don't know what that
Hmm.
was about. I hate that he even said that. I hate that I repeated it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
But either way,
If I'm Cody, I would somehow use that if he turns heel. I would find a way to use that.
I ain't even gonna give him no ideas. You know what I'm saying? It's still the last day of February. Next month we'll come back with some ideas, but this month they're off limits. I'm a little shocked that Randy won. Randy has had an
Bro,
abysmal
bro, I
PLE.
told you, Cody and Orton would be the final two, and I said Drew was gonna interfere to make Cody lose.
My man, my man. Yeah, I think Gamage might have had some inside uh trading information. You know, um, But yeah, I think that we got the right guy, Randy Orton winning,
Mhm.
going to Mania. Do not take this away from us, WWE. We need to turn this to a fatal four way or a triple
Yeah.
threat, or we need to do 6 man. No, you don't. Randy earned that thing.
Look, if it's up to me, if this is me booking it, because I've already called everything else. If I'm booking it for what we got and what's going
Mm-hmm.
forward,
Mm-hmm.
fans are gonna be mad at this. But hear me out. I love Drew. I was a Drew fan before I was a Cody fan. Unfortunately, I Drew got to drop the belt, put it back on Cody, give us Cody and Orton, let Orton go over, make him champion, and then in that same moment, make it look like Cody congratulates him or whatever, and then have him just kick him in the balls and Cody turns heel.
Why
You
he
want
got
to
to get a balls kick, bro?
no look? You want a Mania moment? A great Mania moment is Cody turning heel.
Dog, I agree with you, but why we got to do this balls kick? Like, what's going on here?
What would you? So okay, so if not that, what would you rather Cody do to turn heel? Because I do feel like the heel turn would be the best thing to do.
I agree with you. I do think that is the best thing to do. I do think that for me, I'm not balls kicking him, and um, you know, I think I mean chair shots work, man. I'm from the old school. Chair shots work for me. We don't need to. I'm okay with
Or he could
just doing.
blindside him with a crossroads.
So here's where the WWE can get it right too, because they can do things like we're gonna make you two team together, and you guys, your job is to make sure that nobody else interferes with or messes with it. You know what I'm saying? Like until Mania, and they have to go on this run. You might even crown them as tag team champions to add some lore to their storyline. Not sure if that's what you want to do, but I'm thinking it's a possibility. We've seen it in the past. John Cena and Shawn Michaels were tag team champions going into their Mania match. So it's not exactly a thing of, well,
I
it's
wouldn't
not
be.
new.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at it because right now those tag belts are in limbo.
Yeah, definitely in limbo, and that's who I think that's the thing that I mean. I'm not saying they have to do that, but again, I wouldn't be mad. I think it would be a okay thing to do, being that the tag team belts are in peril. People, if you want to add to the allure, um, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, I think that's a thing that they can do. Seth Rollins return. Seth Rollins has returned, and I think that gives him the dance partner. We did talk about that earlier. Uh, so salute to him. And then we had what else happened? Hmm, you know what happened? That god doggone box. Come on, you want to talk about our box?
Yeah, 'cause it's gonna be better than what they presented.
So we told y'all about this box. We got to open this box. We got to make sure that this box. What do you think is in the box? What's in the box? You remember what Brad Pitt said? What's in the box? What's in the box? Any guesses on what's in the box? Who could be in the box? What is in the box?
Let's see what is in the box.
I
Is
promise
this?
y'all.
You want me to guess? Or you want the chat to guess?
I'll let the chat guess. I let y'all got a mini Don Hot.
All right.
Is Eddie Monster in the box? That's one guess. That's good. That's good. Thank y'all for rocking out with us. Um, but we got to open this box, Gamaj. You know what I'm saying? You want me to do the honors? You want to do the honors? Um,
I'll,
can
I'll,
we get
I'll
a
let
drum roll? Oh, okay, okay, okay. I got you. I got you. I got you. Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and open this box and let's explore the contents of there within. Tonight the box is open and it is 2K26. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna give it. You're gonna go back to the chat here. We got some members. You know what I'm saying? So member of the chat. You know, Vinny. Thank you for rocking. I should have pulled up a different comment. Uh, Vinny, you are a lucky winner of WWE 2K26. Uh, you are a member, as you can see the green writing on his name, that little money sign. Yeah, let me put up a different comment. You know what I'm saying? We got the little mini Donhausen. So Vinny, get with me after this. You are the winner of the WWE 2K26. That's what was in the box. We gotta give it away. Um, so hey,
Yeah.
you can't really beat that. I think that's a phenomenal thing.
I,
So when the
I
game
really wanted to.
releases,
I really was about to play Punk's theme music when you opened it, but I don't want YouTube violating us.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yo, we got an episode on here. If you go back in the thing, the episode we were playing the music on, and it got flagged. You know what I mean? So so definitely be on the lookout. Vinny, I'll get with you after this. I already got your contact information, so that's great. But sometimes being a member pays off. I know sometimes it's like, oh man, I'm gonna stop this. But no, we pay attention to that type of stuff. Um, man, uh, Mike, you should have signed up, man. You should have signed up. I would have had to do some things. But WrestleMania, we're gonna have a surprise again for WrestleMania. So look forward to that. And Vinny, you're the winner of WWE 2K26. So salute, good brother. Salute. Uh yeah, yeah, our box is better. Our box was better, whoo, our box was better. That was a nice little opening right there. Opening the crate. I'll do it again, you know what I'm saying? Because I liked it that. Boom, boom. And now it's us, guys. Any final thoughts on the event tonight, Gamaj, before we get up out of here?
uh, None. I'm just gonna wait to see what we get Monday and Friday. And I will say that this PLE did feel like it went by quick.
I definitely feel that. It definitely did. Um, Make sure to hit the subscribe. If you subscribe, you'll see a thing that says join. That's how you can become a member. There's tiers. All you got to do for $1.99 is join. That's like the cheapest thing you can do, and it enters you automatically into any type of drawings or things that we have. Shoot, we might even get the Wednesday Night Wars popping back the way it should be. You know what I mean? Um, but salute to everybody in the chat, the best chat. So if you are again subscribe to the channel, hit that join, that enters you into any giveaways that we do, and there will be one coming up for WrestleMania. Details in the coming weeks as we march down the road to WrestleMania. So, Gamaj, anything else?
Nah, that's it. Let's see
Man,
what happens on
yeah, man.
Raw, and let's see what Roman Reigns says to Punk.
Woo! That's gonna be a goodie. Y'all know what we do after the PLEs, Monday Night Raw, SmackDown recap, and then also Wednesday nights we do the Wednesday Night Wars thing. So we look forward to having y'all check us out at those times. Hit the notification bell, like and share the broadcast. And until next time, which will be Monday when Roman Reigns returns, we'll holla at y'all Monday. Peace.